everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And today's review is in association with MarvelousNews.com, your #1 news source for everything Marvel. And for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the new Avengers Age of Ultron Hawkeye figure, which is part of the Marvel Legends Infinite Series box set, which is exclusive to Amazon.com. The set is up for pre-order now and should be released next month. The other figures in the set include Black Widow, Thor, and Bruce Banner. We already looked at Thor and Black Widow the other day, and we'll look at the Bruce Banner figure probably tomorrow. Now, the set comes packaged in the same style of window box packaging we've seen with other Marvel Legends Infinite Series box sets. You've got the figures clearly displayed on the front. You've got the Marvel Legends Infinite Series logo down below, and then on the back we have a look at each of the figures with brief bios in multiple languages. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at the figure inside. Okay, so here's a look at the Hawkeye figure outside of the packaging. Now, for those of you that have the Hawkeye figure from Hasbro's first Avengers movie line, this is essentially the same figure. The head sculpt's a little bit different, doesn't have the sunglasses, and the paint applications are a little bit different, but otherwise it's exactly the same figure. So with the head sculpt, as I said, you don't get the sunglasses. I think they've done a pretty good job with it. I think it captures the overall likeness of Jeremy Renner. The eyes are painted so he's kind of looking off to the side, so he's kind of almost got this like paranoid look, like he's expecting maybe Quicksilver to come up and knock him over from behind or something. I don't know. But I think it would have probably been better if they had made the eyes so he was looking more straight ahead. But otherwise, I think the head sculpt's pretty good. I like the paint applications. I like the darker maroon purple type color that they've used. It's more true to what we see in the Avengers Age of Ultron movie. I like the texturing on the outfit, which again, that's the same that we saw in the first Hawkeye figure. But I like that texturing. I think it looks good. He's got this little circle on his chest, which on the first figure is where they had painted a shield logo, where on this one they've just left it blank. He's got a silver metallic belt buckle, and then just, you know, again, overall nice detailing with the sculpting, the knee pads and the boots and everything. He's got the little gloves things for his bow and arrow. I forget what those are called, but you know, it's for shooting his arrows with his bow. And they again painted it with a darker kind of purple color like we see in the movie. On the back, again, nice detailing and texturing and everything. He's got the hole for his quiver, but just nice detailing with the sculpting and everything. So overall, I think this figure looks good. Now, I will say that I think it would have been nice if they had included something like the jacket that we see him wearing in the Age of Ultron movie, especially if they had made it removable so you could have it with the jacket or without. I think that would have made this figure, you know, would have added extra appeal to people who already have the Hawkeye figure from the first Avengers movie line. You know, make it more differentiated a bit more. So I think it would have been nice if they had included that jacket. I don't actually have the Hawkeye figure from the first Avengers movie line. I missed out on that figure. So I'm actually glad that we're getting this figure in this set. But like I said, I can understand if you already have that Hawkeye figure, how this one might be a little, you know, repetitive. For the accessories, again, same accessories that we got with that first Hawkeye figure and that we've seen with other Hawkeye Marvel Legend figures. We've got that quiver that's all just black. It's got some pretty nice sculpting detail on it. They have added some of that purple, dark purple color to the quiver to give it a little added detail, but again, it's mostly just black. It's got the arrows, which are all black and they're not removable, and it's got the peg where it just fits on the hole in the back of the figure, so you just plug it in. And then he's got that compound bow that we've seen with a lot of Hawkeye figures, and it, again, it's just all black. It's got the little flexible plastic wire for the bowstring, and he can hold the bow in either hand, though it's better suited for him to hold it in his right hand. Now again, I think it would have been cool if they'd maybe added like maybe that arrow, that multiple arrow thing that he pulls out when he's talking to Scarlet Witch in the movie, just again to give it something differentiated a little bit more from the first Hawkeye figure. So the figure stands just a little bit over 6 inches tall, and he's in pretty good scale with the other Avengers Age of Ultron figures that Hasbro's done. So here he is next to the Black Widow figure, and you can see he's a bit taller than Widow, as he should be. Here he is next to the Iron Man figure, and Iron Man is taller than Hawkeye, again, as he should be. Captain America is a little bit taller than Hawkeye, so overall I would say the scale works pretty good between these two. And then of course Thor is much taller than Hawkeye, again, as he should be, as is the Hulk. So articulation on the figure is pretty good. The head is just on a standard ball joint so he can look left and right. Really doesn't have any up or down movement. Would have been nice if they'd given him a hinge at the neck for some better up and down movement with the head. Shoulders are attached with your standard ball hinge joint at the shoulder so he can get his arm out good, and he's got good rotation there at the arm. He's got the bicep swivel, he's got a double hinged elbow, and then he's got the swivel at the wrist, and then he's got on his right hand he's got the hinge on his wrist on the top, so he's got the up and down movement there. And then on the right hand it's on the side, so he's got the left to right movement with the hand. He's got a midsection joint, so he's got the swivel there at the midsection. No real crunch or back movement with that midsection joint, just a rotation. No waist swivel. Legs are attached with your standard ball hinge joint so he can do the splits good. And then he can get his leg forward good pretty much. Can't really do his leg back a whole lot, can do it out and back a little bit. He's got the thigh swivel, he's got a double hinged knee, so he's got good bending at the knee, and then he does have ankle pivots, so he's got good up and down movement, he's got the swivel, and he can pivot to the left and the right. And then he's got 2 peg holes on the bottom of his feet. Okay, so that's my review. Overall, I like the figure. I think it looks pretty good. I like the detailing with the sculpt. I do think it would have been nice if they had included something like the jacket or the multiple arrows, just to kind of differentiate it a little bit from that first Hawkeye figure for those that already have that figure. But otherwise, I think it's nice, and especially for those like myself who don't have that first Hawkeye figure, I think this is definitely a nice addition to the collection. It fits in well with the other Avengers Age of Ultron figures, and I think looks pretty true to what we see in the movie. The eyes are a little off with him looking off to the side, but otherwise I think the figure looks good. So this set is going to be available early next month. It's up for pre-order now on the Amazon.com site. It is exclusive to that retailer, but you know, it shouldn't be terribly difficult for you to get, at least if you live here in the United States. For those that live overseas, I'm not sure if it's going to be made available anywhere else, but again, it is here in the United States as an Amazon.com exclusive, which will be released next month. We'll have a full gallery of images of this figure up at MarvelousNews.com. There's a link in the description below, and as always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think of the figure, what you think of the video. If you're so inclined, please like the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you later.